Namaste. So today I'll be demonstrating Baddha Padmasana. Yes, Baddha means bound, Padma means lotus, Asana means posture. So it's the bound or the locked lotus posture. So it's a very, very advanced posture. So if you have been practicing for close to a couple of years or maybe 6 months, if you have been practicing daily, then please attempt this posture. Uh, who should avoid? Pregnant women, especially during menstruation, women. Uh, if you have severe arthritis in the knees, severe back pain, and if you don't have too much, if you have a frozen shoulder, because it opens the shoulders, and I think more or less these are the kind of limitations if you, especially around the knees and you're not flexible around the hips. Uh, I would suggest the preparatory asanas, which I will demonstrate, would be good before you even come to this posture. Something like the eagle hands, Gomukhasana around the legs, uh, Baddha Paschimottanasana, Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana, which I'll demonstrate, and eventually coming to Baddha Padmasana. What are the benefits? Several. When I got trained, I had I got this posture very easily, not knowing it requires a lot of flexibility, but you also need strength eventually as you age. So, thanks to one of my classmates, I'm grateful to him. He wanted to get into this posture because he's been practicing. So, I said, I'll come out with a video. So the benefits are it stretches your shoulders, wrists, elbows, your back, your hips, knees, and all the way till the feet. It is very good as it improves the function of the digestive system, aids in constipation, uh, helps in improving your posture because you're forced to sit straight. I have observed because I have been sitting in Padmasana since childhood. Uh, it keeps your posture naturally straight. It corrects all the faulty postures. It makes your shoulders more flexible because it's a lot of work around the shoulders and the hips. You can see I'm very comfortably sitting in Sukhasana. So, in order to begin, so let's start with a little bit of shoulder and opening the hips. It'll be a little slightly longer video because it's not an easy posture. So, let's get into just moving around, bending your knees, and just trying to roll your ankles because you will be seated. So, maybe just shake your wrists. And before coming into Gomukhasana, this is called the fire log pose, thanks to a friend of mine. So I had crossed my left leg in L, figure 4, and right heel on my left knee, not exactly on my knee, but little up. So this is like what do you say, letter L or 90-degree or figure 4. So that itself, if you're able to sit, that's a great preparatory pose to sit in lotus. I already have a video on the lotus posture. While I'm talking, I'm just warming up enough. So my right foot was on my left thigh. Now I interchange by bringing my left heel on my right thigh. So this is just the legs. Along with it, I thought let's do cross my, as if you're hugging somebody, since my left foot is on my right foot, left knee is on my right foot. I bring my left elbow over my right elbow and hug. So this is your opening your shoulders simultaneously. I'll again repeat it on the other side. And eventually you try to get into eagle hands. So this is the first variation. Second variation, if you're not able to get into namaste. And the third variation, you get it into namaste and index finger is up. So you can see. And I bring it in front. And maybe just open your shoulders by just making circle. I've already warmed up because I did a couple of Surya Namaskars. So my body is already warmed up. So these are eagle hands and you're opening your hips. This is also known as the fire log. So my right knee is over my left foot. and right foot is over my left knee. So I forgot to mention, since the right knee is over the left foot, cross your right elbow over your left elbow. Start hugging first. This is the first variation. You can make circles, maybe 5 to 7 rounds, nicely warming up. Second variation, your palms are facing each other. So not everybody can directly come into Namaste, and eventually you can come into Namaste, or clasp your fingers with your index finger on top and clasping the other fingers. Again, while I'm talking, I'm also warming up. If you see, I'm in the fire log pose. 90-degree L, I don't know what to call it in Sanskrit. So now that I've warmed up with the hands, now let's get my legs into Gomukh Asana. So this could be your first variation if you cannot get your feet close to your butts. So you can see side way, back way. So I'm getting my right knee over my left knee. So these are all again preparatory. Right elbow, since right knee is over left knee, over the left elbow. So remember, start with this, back of the hands, or just get into eagle hands. Remember, all to be done on an empty stomach or a light stomach. Slowly release, cross my left knee over my right knee. Start like this if you feel you cannot get your heels towards the butts. So this is my Gomukh Asana in the legs. Gomukh means cow face. Go means cow. Mukha means face. So you can see my legs are literally come closer so that I can grab. So this is eventually the posture. You're opening your shoulders. Since the left knee is over, get my left elbow over my right elbow. Start with this, back of the hands, or just get into Namaste, or Kali Mudra, as one of my senior teacher taught me. Index finger up and clasping the other 4 fingers. Breathe, smile, relax. The idea is to always relax through the muscles. So there should be no pain around the joints. You should feel more stretch on your hip muscles and your shoulders. Again, you can keep turning, making circles, opening your shoulders. So this was Garudasana hands with Gomukhasana in legs. Another variation is also Paryankasana. If you know it, you can do that as a preparatory pose. But because of time, I'm just doing Ardha Baddha Paschimottasana, half bound Paschimottasana. So I've brought my right foot over my left thigh. So you can see this is close to half lotus. Just getting my right foot over my, and now as I make a circle, bring my right hand around my left toe. So you can see, or just grab my toe. You can even use a belt or a scarf. You do not you need to use your hand. I forgot to mention, you can even use a belt, yoga belt, or a scarf, or a towel. If you can't reach, you can just wrap it around the ankle. So that's another option. And as you exhale, so these are still opening the hips. You can see I'm in half Paschimottasana, bound, Ardha Baddha Paschimottasana. Breathe, smile. So as you can see, my right heel is literally pressing against my belly. So that's why it improves your digestion. Very good, as it stimulates the pancreas. Slowly release. And just roll your shoulders, because a lot of work on the shoulder. Now getting my left foot on my right thigh. So you can see. And as if I'm rotating my left hand, opening it up, getting a nice twist, opening my shoulders. You can see, again, use a belt or a scarf. My left hand is touching my right ankle. So literally the other foot is flexed, moving towards the right. So my belly is touching my left foot, turning towards the right and twisting towards the left. So literally I'm holding my toes or my foot, grab it and bend forward. Breathe, smile. Again, these are all preparatory postures. Slowly release, relax. So now let's come to the final posture. So you can do one more posture, Upavishta Konasana. I'm very bad in this, being honest. So if I have a block, I didn't get it. You can even aim to go forward bend as it opens your groins, so your hips. So not very good. You can always use a block, but if you're short and you're flexible, you can go forward. So this really opens your inner groin. See, each of us have our plus points and negative points. It's not negative, but each of our bodies have limitations. So this was the third posture. And the fourth preparatory is Paryankasana. I'm not come out with a video, so I will not demonstrate today. Otherwise, this posture will get long. So now I'm getting into the full Baddha Padmasana. So getting my right foot on my left thigh, I'm going into my more flexible side, left foot crossing over the right thigh. So idea is initially you may be loose. With practice, you can get it closer. And I saw one of the teachers, she said that try to get it outside so that your hands can literally reach. Again, please use belts or scarves. It's not necessary that you may get it in one go. So now I'm twisting towards the right. Start with the left side, left hand grabbing my right foot. Sorry, left foot. Left hand grabbing my left foot, but I'm twisting towards the right. So be comfortable, breathe. You can even just have a nice twist. So it just opens your shoulders because see, it needs to be flexible. I'll also show you the back mode. And now twisting towards the left, I rotate and grab hold of my right toe. So see how you feel. I'll show you my backside also. Breathe, smile. Remember, you need to repeat it on the opposite side of your leg. So this is the final posture. Finally, I've arrived. Slowly release your right hand, release your left hand. So I'll just demonstrate backside. I started with the left and opening my left side, I grab my left foot, move to the left side, twist, and grab my right foot. So this is how you can again use belt or scarves. So you can see my shoulders are opening. You need a lot of flexibility around the shoulders. I'm literally shaking because I'm doing it after a while. Slowly release, relax, roll your shoulders, and let's repeat the opposite side. Normally one side is always easy. I did my easy side. So left foot on my right thigh, right foot on my left thigh. So you can see one foot is always high. You can put some blanket or cushion or something. As I said, start with the left side, left foot, left hand. So as if you're making a crescent moon, grab your left foot, move to the left, one side. Could be tough. So even I'm not able to reach because it's very, very difficult. So it's okay. You can use a belt or a scarf. So as I said, move this way and use a belt. So I'm just grabbed. So more I do, it'll be easy for me. Or start with the left side first, then, and over time, you will be able to get it. I'm myself struggling, but it's okay. One side is always easy because we tend to use one side. And breathe, smile, relax. Remember, there should be no pain around the joints. There should be more stretch on your muscles. Slowly release. So you can see this side is not very flexible. Ah, what a relief. And just a lot of work on your hips. Remember, you can't do this if you have extreme arthritis in the knees. Apparently, one of the books said if you do this regularly, you can avoid or try you can avoid all kinds of aches and pains. So I'm just easing out. So I like to do a forward bend after the lotus. So this is the full Paschimottanasana, and relax. If you have enjoyed this video, if you have friends or family who have been practicing for a while, please do share this video. And if you have any questions, to write to me at the email address listed below in my channel, below the video. Thank you. Namaste.